There are two things I really like in my work. One is fieldwork. I enjoy being outside in nature. And the second thing is that I feel like a police inspector when I try to interpret my data, because the samples give you some hints and clues what might have happened when they were formed, and you are the one who has to decide what they are really telling you.
And what I like about my job is that I have the great opportunity to do something that is interesting, challenging, and that matters, because climate change does matter.
And the fun is to go there, of course. That was my initial motivation to study glaciers, because I just like to climb mountains and climb glaciarized mountains and so. But that has gradually become less a motivation and less fun. Still, it is fun to be out there, but it is the same fun to really try to look behind the things, to understand what we observe. Not that much what we observe, but to understand that. That is the real fun about my job.
And what I like best about my work is that I have international partners all over the world, and I can visit them and work as a visiting scientist at their institute, and I'm always welcome there, and my work is appreciated, and it's a very stimulating working environment.
I'm still fascinated by the fact that it is possible with 3-ring series from wood samples to date these wood samples by 1-year calendar precision, even if the wood samples are several thousand years old.
Yeah. I do pollen analysis, and I think the best thing is that you can use this method for different terrestrial archives, because when pollen once stored, for example in sediments, they stay there for a very long time, because they have a very chemical strong substance called polysporanine, and that's very interesting, because also each plant has their own specific pollen, and that's why I can distinguish them, and I think they also really look great.
The thing I enjoy most in my research is actually to venture into new things, into unknown areas, and tell stories or discover things that have not been told or discovered yet. And I enjoy a lot to work in the nature and also to work with people and with my team.
One of the things that I love about my research is the variety of things I get to do. So one day I'm in the office, the next day I'm in the field, I'm in a cave, I'm in a laboratory, I'm at a conference. I get a chance to talk to lots of amazingly interesting people and discuss data and climate knowledge and the big questions that we need to answer for the future. And just the variety of what we do is absolutely fantastic.
And well, I'm doing that since I am 10 years old, so I'm kind of following up and made my hobby to my profession.
And what I particularly like about my work is that again and again we are being aware about the large uncertainty. Even if we have better and better models, we know more and more how large our uncertainty actually is, particularly concerning the local scales.
I really like to compare, to analyze people's opinions, how climate changes, and then to look into data and to analyze how we think from a research background, how it changes.
So my favorite thing about my research is being able to see data for the very first time. What we do is we take a sample from a cave and we look at the isotopic composition of that sample, and that helps us interpret climate conditions during the time of deposition. So what that means is we spend a lot of hours in the laboratory doing chemical separations in the chemical lab, and then also measuring our samples using very fancy machines. But when the moment comes, when we get to see our data for the first time, it's really exciting because we get to see what our sample is trying to tell us. And in a way, it's sort of like having a conversation with nature.
And what I really enjoy best is this mixture, the job between field work, lab work, computer work. And basically, I'm paid for thinking, and that's nice.
And this is a very collaborative project between various disciplines, and the work is very challenging because generating high resolution data for mountainous region is really very challenging. So I love my project.
And what I extremely like in my job is the flexibility in being able to discover, investigate new research questions, and a very variegated aspect of that, including fieldwork, lab work, and office work.
I enjoy about my work to talk to other scientists, to discuss, and to go outside and take the samples from the lakes.
What I really like about the work of statistical methods is that it's very interdisciplinary, so you can actually apply statistics to nearly all scientific fields, and it makes a lot of fun to just play around, to apply that method or new methods and to see what's coming out.
What I like most about my job is that I can both go out in the field, and in our case it's largely caves, but also work in labs, and I particularly enjoy working with young people.
What I like about my research is that it's very challenging, and it gets me to touch many different aspects of sciences, from software development to numerical modeling and other research questions. All of this gets me to meet many different people, and what I also really like about my research is that I get to go on glaciers and have an actual look about the objects that I'm modeling in my office.
I love pollen because it's the best proxy that you can use. You can get so much information out of it, and it's beautiful.